Today I'm taking a look at every single one of my alternate builds taken from one Lego set and building them into something else. Some of them are two or more of the Lego sets, but hope you'll enjoy. I'll start off with my most recent alternate build, which was used some of the pieces from Obi-Wan Kenobi's hut from 2020. I know I definitely didn't use all the pieces, or probably not even half of the pieces that were in it, but I tried to make a bigger cantina, and I felt like I would just be better to recreate one scene rather than the whole cantina, because then it wouldn't have, looked as good as this, because all the pieces would be sort of spread out a little bit too thin with the model all together. But I'm honestly very happy with how it turns out. I would have preferred to have like a Greedo instead of Obi-Wan and Luke there, but still with everything there, I mean, it looks pretty nice overall. The back doesn't look too horrible. I mean, it looks all right, but I mean, the front here is definitely good. If I used a little bit more pieces that weren't just from Obi-Wan's side, definitely could have added a lot more detail and would look very nice. But I mean, for the pieces that are in this set, it definitely looks very nice. The next recent one I want to highlight very quickly because it is also sort of incorporated into a MOC, and I did use just some of my other pieces here, and there isn't much function of, I guess, playability. You can fit like one figure in this command station here, but nothing crazy. I do just like the techniques and just how it all sits together. I used the battle pack from the 2023 battle pack, I believe, like the super battle pack with the regular phase 1 clones or phase 2 clones, which I think looks very nice. Also combined with a command station from the 2023 advent calendar, which was really to give me most of the like big pieces that I needed to make the general outline of the command post. And I also like how I incorporated it into a MOC, which is a cool example how they would look if I incorporated these alternate builds in a actual MOC. My next most recent one would be the 327th ATRT here, which I just used parts for the 327th ATRT, which I feel like is one of the alternate models where I don't build something like completely different. This is literally the exact same thing, but honestly, I'm pretty happy with it. I like all the different angles you can actually capture with this ATRT, and it's obviously a lot smaller than Lego's version, which is basically the goal of this ATRT. It is very hard to pose it because it does fall over a lot of times, but I mean, this is my first ATRT build. Usually I build more like locations, but you'll see with these alternate builds, I'm definitely building a lot more ships that actual sort of like planes or different like scenes on actual like planets. The next alternate build is Plo Koon's Starfighter. I used Jai Bob's Starfighter as well as Plo Koon's Microfighter, and honestly, I did grab a couple more dark blue pieces to really finish it off, but I definitely like it a lot better than some of my other models of this ship. I've definitely been doing a lot of Plo Koons. I think 3 versions I actually went through, but I definitely like how it is right now. So I've used the base model of Jedi Bob's Starfighter, and then I added the Plo Koon stuff over and took off all the red and like orange or yellow stuff on it to sort of just make a plain Starfighter base, which was white, which was very convenient. And then I added all the dark blue. One thing I would change is probably just swapping all the dark blue pieces for white pieces and all the white pieces for dark blue, because I think the base is actually dark blue and it's painted with white, if I am correct. But also, of course, you do get that Plo Koon figure as well as half of Zastromech. Technically doesn't include his body, but that's fine for this ship. I definitely had to add a little slot, even though it's the same on both sides, so technically you could have it on either side, but it does fit there nice, as well as a Plo Koon figure in the cockpit as well, which if you lift up is, I mean, pretty similar. I mean, I don't think I can actually fit a figure because I did have to sacrifice some of the space into here for a little bit of more of a display, I guess you want to call it that. But there is an adjustable seat here with, I guess, what would be a 1x2 tile here, which is sort of like a cushion. And I sort of need to reinforce the sides a little bit more for the base and all the wings to attach properly, but still for display like this, it looks very nice. The next alternate model here is for the 501st Battle Pack from 2023. I did use 2 of them. I know a lot of the pieces I didn't use, but some of the pieces are just 1 in each, so I do need to use 2, I believe, if you want to make this build. But I tried to do like sort of like a custom Star Cruiser, something like that, which I'm actually very happy with overall. I went through, again, a couple versions of this, like most of my alternate builds here, but I'm actually pretty happy with how it came out. Even if you flip it over to the bottom, I have have some very nice techniques here, some stabilization, and maybe some like canisters that are like powering the lasers shooting out front, which actually might be a little bit cool to include there. We got a nice thruster on the back, as multiple thrusters I tried to include, like most Star Cruisers have, but definitely took my own like creative liberties, if you want to call it that, with this set. But you can also lift up the front area. It doesn't really reveal anything right now. I just have a bunch of 1x2 black grates in there, so I was hoping I'd have like maybe some studs or like some like brig detail in here, but it's not really from a scene, so it couldn't really recreate anything really, and I don't think it could actually fit a stud in there. But the black tile helps when there is a little bit of some like cracks here and there exposed to just like cover it up, and in general it balances on its own. It's a very nice model, and definitely had a lot of fun time creating this one. I also have a Night Trooper battle pack transport here. I used 2 of the Night Trooper battle packs to build this. I did have a version that I went out in a long form video a couple of months ago, but I think I did actually upgrade it a little bit by adding a windshield piece to the front. But I'm definitely happy with this overall sort of just hovering vehicle, if you want to call it that, and it has a lot of space for the troopers here as well as their blasters. You got the guy in the front with the gray helmet leading it, I guess piloting it, a lot of blasters in the front and even adjustable ones in the back, which I'm very happy about. And you can also maybe even fit a figure here in this tiled space in the back, which is definitely nice overall. It's just a nice like little bay if you want to have like a mock from Ahsoka. I'm definitely happy with this one overall, and it actually might be one of my favorites in this video. That's gonna do it for all of my alternate builds. I'm actually very happy with what I have built over the years. Some of LEGO's builds obviously aren't the greatest, like the ATR here. Hopefully they improve them in the future, but also this is sort of helping me build my mock skills, because most of my mocks here, like Scare for example, are just sort of just like plain scenes, while these are actually like physical builds of like vehicles, I guess, if you want to call it that, which is definitely helping my mock skills a lot. Hope you all enjoyed. Have an amazing rest of your day, and see you all in the next one.